is somebody you can name that you were surprised as a fan? That you went, you really? You're a fan?
You know, Meryl Streep gave me a big hug the other night. I mean, we were at a Mike Nichols thing, so it was a sad affair, but just Meryl Streep knowing who I was kind of cool.
Oh, really? See, that doesn't surprise me.
I was like, Meryl Streep? You know, a friend of mine introduced us, and I was like, wow, Meryl Streep. And she gave me a hug. It's like, wow. Come on, who's better than Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
Nobody's better than Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
And she's pretty funny.
You know, she is somebody that got funnier as she got older.
She's
which is interesting.
pretty funny. She can, like, you know, all the great actors are funny too. She can be hysterical and sexier as she's gotten older. Always attractive, but like, got like a.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
How do we not bring up Meryl Streep?
Yeah. Has she been on?
She's a brand new. She hasn't been on our show yet. She's a brand new actress. She'll get around to it.
But she'll be okay.
She's how is she in person?
She's you know, she's everything that you want her to be. She's obviously, you know, Meryl Streep and mega talented. And, the unfortunate thing for me is that when we recorded all of our stuff before we went out and then shot it, so it was all pre-recorded.
Rob Marshall's the
director. He's in Chicago, and he's
doesn't fool around.
Does not mess around.
No.
So I was called in to record I have 2 songs, and I was called in to record one, and there's Disney executives and Rob and the choreographer, the musical director, the sound engineer, and it's this huge...
It's nerve-wracking.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And Meryl's on the, you know, she's on the little seat, and she's drinking her Pinot Grigio, and on her Blackberry, and she waves.
Yeah, you can do that, yeah. That's what you do when you're Meryl Streep. Yeah.
So now I've been, like, outside practicing and rehearsing my bit, and probably sweating, and, you know, and all sorts of fun stuff, and heart palpitations. And Rob says, just hold on 1 second, we just want to play back what Meryl's done. We're just kind of compiling everything. And they press play, and, like, within 3 bars, every grown man is sobbing. Just kind of off in their own world, like...
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, that's going to be something hard to top.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What was the funniest or most memorable moment on set, other than working with this guy?
Day 2, we were rehearsing in this mock-up bakery, the witch's entrance into the bakery and the witch's rap. And Meryl's doing this thing. She's got this dress. She's got this rehearsal dress on, and he's like a star, like a big walking stick thing. And we're just playing around with it, and she's doing, you know, the greens, and she's jumping all over. She's
offensive,
like,
I'm sorry.
she's leaping on stuff and jumping up on things and coming up and getting in your face and all sorts of this. And she leaps up onto the table. Day 2, 11 a.m. Leaps, vaults, if you will, onto this table, catches her shoe in the dress, and starts to fall back, the table's this high, fall back head first towards this stone floor, and time slowed down, and I thought, I'm about to watch Meryl Streep die. It's happening. I wish I could say I didn't consider my own career in this and think this film's going to go down. Rob Marshall freezes and is going, oh my God, Meryl Streep's going to die. The person who stepped in and saved her life that day was not the 2 men in the room, was the pregnant woman. Leaps forward, catches Meryl Streep. Me and Rob are just like, I never forgot it really, and every day I would look and think, is she gonna really keep going for it at this level? And she really did. Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's the first day where we have to kind of shop our wares and sing in front of everybody, and I mean, so I was not breathing.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Who are you most nervous about singing
Streep,
in front of?
Of course,
Meryl Streep, yeah.
And but she's such a lovely person because she understands her effect on a room. She knows that she's Meryl effing Streep. So yeah. that she holds some weight.
And so what does she do to?
Well, in this case, you know, we all kind of the read-through started, and she was the first one to screw up. She
Yeah,
missed
she's
a
the
line, or
worst, right? She's the worst.
She is the worst. Get her an acting coach. So she's the first one to kind of screw up. But and I remember talking to some of the other cast members, because once that happened, obviously everybody kind of relaxes and breathes, and we can do our thing, because it's like Meryl Streep is if she can screw up, then we all can.
Yeah,
And
I guess
that
so.
moment of kind of allowing the rest of us to know that it's okay to do that.
Do you think she did it on purpose?
I think so.
You think so?
I'd like to believe that. Yeah.
What about that Meryl Streep, for God's sake?
She's so amazing, it's annoying at this point.
You were
It's like
you
annoying.
were with her in the Devil Wears Prada
Yeah,
movie.
she was tormenting me in that, and now she's tormenting me in this movie. She's the witch that has cast this horrible spell on our house.
All right.
So I just said, this is it. We couldn't have any other dynamic now.
Now,
You just have to hate me.
But
in
you
films.
but you saved her life on the set
Well,
of the
she
film.
owes me. That's
Yeah.
why I think at some point I should play the Queen of Versailles and she could be my lowly dressmaker.
Did you mention that to her?
I did mention it to her. I did. I know. Well, I think it's a great idea, and I mentioned it to her, and her response was, dream on.
Dream on. Yeah.
It's Meryl Streep, so. But I did save her life, yes.
That was on this movie, the production of this
Yes,
movie.
we were rehearsing a scene where she's playing the witch, and she's supposed to jump onto the table with a cape and everything. And I just saw this thing happen in slow motion. You know when you see something awful happens, it's like the sound cuts out. It's like, you know. And Meryl Streep's foot got caught in her cape, and we just started to watch her slowly topple head first towards the concrete floor. Rob Marshall and James Corden froze, didn't move, and the pregnant woman caught her.
You actually caught her?
I caught her!
Wow.
So she owes me. She should play my lowly dressmaker. She owes me big time.
Now, I'm sure it was scary at the time, but now in retelling, have we enhanced it a bit, or was it, or was it that close to real danger? Could she have been injured?
She could have been injured. Yeah. I don't think she would have died because she's not supposed to ever die.
No.
So,
Yeah. Was there any thought on the set? Just let her go.
I could play the witch. Yeah. I did. It went through my head actually.
I'm watching Meryl Streep because she's the best in the world.
Why is she the best? What does she do that others don't do? You're a great actress.
I don't give up my identity. Ever.
In other words, you're always Shirley, no matter what you're in?
On some level, yeah. She has told me she not only gives up her identity, but she needs to. Isn't that a wonderful thing to know about yourself?
Yeah.
Needs to be this other person a couple times a year.
Isn't that what acting's all about, though?
Larry, I don't know what acting is all about. I don't know how to act. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I.
What do you mean? You just do it?
Yeah, that's really so. I have no idea. I read the script. That's it. I don't study. I don't do research. I don't go into all that.
You don't think about what is this person like when she was 12 years old?
Oh, that's funny to me.
Actors Studio.
I can't even remember what I was like. How do I know about her? But my sense of being a dancer, I need to know how she sits and how she walks across a room. I need to know that. And once I figure that out, I work, I think, from the outside.
You work with Meryl Streep.
How about the fact that it's been my dream to work with Meryl Streep? We're finally in the same movie, and we don't have one scene together.
She's in this?
She's in this. Not one scene. And she started, there were like 3 days, maybe 3 days, once I finished filming, that she was then filming, and we weren't even in the same state. So when I left, I couldn't even be a fly on the wall to
So you
spy
didn't
on her.
get to, you met her.
I've met her just through various things over the years and being in the same business, but
Where were you shooting?
we were shooting in New Mexico, and she did her part in Georgia.
I talked to Shirley MacLaine recently. She said Meryl Streep is the only actress she knows that totally becomes the person she plays. There's nothing Meryl Streep in each character.
I would concur.
But every actress puts a little of herself in something except her.
Yeah, although I think in hearing interviews of her, she said there is a part of her in every character. There just, I think, has to be parts of.
Did she make it disappear more?
Well, I think that there's characteristics in everybody in general that we'll find in each other.
Yeah,
But yes, I mean, she definitely, I think, inhibits them in a way that no other can.
Your daughter, Genesis, right?
Genesis.
She's 4 years old.
Yes.
And she loves Meryl.
She does, because she's seen Into the Woods 12 times.
Wow.
12 times, and she sings in the car. She says, "It's the last midnight." Oh, I love Meryl Streep. I love her. And I said, "Well, you know, Genesis, Meryl told me to give you a message." She says that she's a good witch. She really is not a bad witch. She said, "Mommy, she's not good, she's not nice, she's just right."
How precious is that? Oh, that's adorable. Oh, my God. Now, does